Helps if you turn the microphone gain on. Welcome to the stream, guys. Sorry about the mess today. I'm mid-move, so I've not got a green screen. There's boxes everywhere. I'm sorry. We just have to deal with it. Today we're going to be prepping the burning crater, ready for our stream at 4 PM. So I'm going to get straight into it. I want to get that. I want to get this prepared so that I've got time between games to go and make some food. So this is going to be a speed prep. This is going to be us prepping at speed. So, first things first, we find a blank page in our academy, playbook. We're going to select a pen this time, I think, rather than a pencil. And the first thing we're going to put down is the title. The Burning Crater, which is from Kobold Press in the prepared module. Now we have the intro there. We have encounter 1, encounter 2, encounter 3, encounter 4, encounter 5, and a wrap up. That is my recipe for a good, well-paced stream. So we'll start at 4. Then we've got 4:15, 4:45, 5:15, 5:45. 6:15, then we should be wrapping up around 6:45. And that just lets me know how I'm doing against my planned pace. That is the main goal. So, let's figure it out. The mountains are the border between our kingdom and the realm of the fire giants. Looking far eastward to see how the peaks turn black, their forges must burn night and day to mark the mountains so. Some mornings sunrise dims from the smoke and soot. Long have we watched the pass and tallied our fortunes at its stillness. Recently, though, there are signs our luck is turning. Fiery orbs sail through the night skies and land too near these woods. Scouts report deep craters shrouded in smoke and ash. Once it's a mere hour's walk from this outpost. I fear the enemy makes ready some terrible weapon. Okay, so first thing we've got is a relationship between this NPC and the fire giant. So it's an established war. Okay, so maybe these guys have been brought in as mercenaries to try and search this thing. They've run out of scouts, so they're sending across these mercenaries. That's what the guys are going to be today. Mercenaries, brilliant. The background: in a remote mountain range, a clan of fire giants prepares for war. The plains at the base of the mountain host a number of human communities. Recently, heavy smoke rises from the giants' forges as they manufacture a terrible new weapon, Hellshot. A single large metal sphere of Hellshot launched from an arcane cannon can strike targets several miles away. The impact of these dread munitions is only the initial threat. Inside, hellhounds have been packed into a hollow space, emerging when the sphere lands. Furthermore, a device emitting toxic gas activates once impact occurs. The giants now test their weapon with mixed results. Okay. So adventure element A, a light in the sky. Night falls, the stars are numerous and bright. The mountains to the east form a black shape. Let's just turn down the music a little bit. The stars numerous and bright. The mountains to the east form a black shape. The fiery light sparks suddenly from the stony ridges. It sails through the air and crashes to the ground several miles away. As the PCs camp in the area, they witness the giants testing. Hey, Ezra, thanks for the host. Welcome. Several minutes later, traces of gas pass through their camp. PC officer checks that the gas is poisonous in larger concentrations. Okay. Adventure element B, a fire in the field. In the distance, a column of thick yellow smoke rises into the sky. A murder of crows appears suddenly, cawing and winging away from the smoke at high speed. The mountains loom nearby, their peaks obscured by encircling clouds. PCs trained in survival, or PCs whose class or background is connected loosely with the natural world, notice that there are no animals or insects within 2 miles of the smoke column. Hey, Smackalot, thank you for the host. Welcome. We're going for a bit of speed prep today. I want to get this done reasonably fast so that I can go and make some dinner. So we've already got our layout, we've got the title, we've got our 5 encounters and some times next to them to give us something. So the first thing we need to do is describe the war between the humans and these people. I've got a feeling these are like a community of several communities of humans, so maybe they've all pitched together to get people in. You know, maybe there are a bunch of villagers that have hired some mercenaries to go and check this out because they're worried the fire giants are going to wipe them out, which makes a lot of sense. So the rim, a large crater smolders before you, so that's the crater. Area 2 is the crater, and Area 3 is the tunnel. Yeah. Okay, so it seems to me like we've got the war, we've got this outpost. And whilst they are there, we're going to get a light in the sky, which is the thing going across. So we're just going to call that a light in the sky. And also, I think we'll call it the fire in the field. We'll do both. We'll do both of them there. We'll make it land a lot closer, though. We'll make it land a lot closer. Scrat sounds in need of coffee. Yeah, Scrat is in need of coffee. Scrat, hey, Lady Purple. Scrat has unfortunately woken up feeling a little bit sick. So he's not sick, just nauseous. Part of the medication I'm on, unfortunately. Just something I have to deal with. But it means that I'm not really like tea, coffee, even breakfast. Not right now. Not right now. Maybe a bit later. Maybe a bit later. See how it goes. So that's it first. We'll get them interested there. I've got a feeling the last one's going to be a large fight. These modules tend to end up with some... They tend to crescendo into some large fighting encounter rather than a large puzzle or a large social dynamic, which is what I tend to prefer. I like to have a little bit of fighting first, and then I like to finish on a large social dynamic thing. You know, like the goblins and their fight for equal rights. I like that. You know, yeah, they did bad things, but they're doing it for good reasons. And then you leave the players with that moral dilemma at the end, which is always nice, I think. Anyway, so we're going to describe the war in the outpost, we're going to describe the light in the sky and the fire in the field. So then on to encounter 2, which is the rim of the counter of the thing. Hey Jay, you're not supposed to be in here. This is top secret. You're spoiling for yourself. It's lovely to see you in chat though. Welcome. Well, I'm good, thanks. Waiting for Amazon to give me my new headset. Wait all day and tracking it as well. So, well, good luck with that. Good luck, good luck, good luck. So the rim. A large crater smaller before you. Shattered trees and upturned soil sit in heaps around the site. A noxious white gas rises from the obscured bottom of the pit. All around the impact site are twists of glowing metal. Insects flee the area as you arrive. Their chittering escape is frenzied and audible. A crater is 40 feet across. The system that will provide no clue, I guess, as to their origin. There's a typo there. The noxious gas is caused by an enchanted brazier at the bottom of the crater. The brazier was well designed. The brazier was designed to break away from the main projectile when it landed. The gas affects anyone in the crater or within 10 feet of its rim. I'm just looking when I get ready to use the surprise. Hey, Pixelscapes, welcome! I'll just say that to Jay. The brazier was designed to break away from the main projectile when it landed. The gas affects anyone in the crater or within 10 feet of its rim. Magical in nature, cast a physical spell that can be dispelled, otherwise it remains toxic up to 6 hours. The effects are as follows. Visibility reduced to 15 feet. Okay, so reduced visibility. We've also got PCs breathing the gas must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or become poisoned. The poison status ends 1 minute after the PC is no longer exposed. So, poisoned, DC 14 con. And I'll just remind myself of the poison condition in Roll20 shortly. For now, we'll just carry on cracking on. Sorry you guys can't see so much of the screen today. The entirety of my own prep is trying to come up with an NPC voice that isn't "I'm watching you." I'm watching you, Rosowski. Always watching. I like that voice. Use it. The crater. Oh, hang on. There's some other stuff in here as well, though, isn't there? There's the brazier. The brazier. What do I need to do with that? Do I need to do anything? Let's just find an enchanted brazier at the crater. So no, there's nothing to do with that as well. It's caused by an enchanted brazier. Maybe there's some way they can fix that. Maybe they can stop it. We'll let them see if they can come up with a solution for that. Encounter 3, the crater. You arrive at the bottom of the crater. In your descent, you saw an abundance of metal shards sunk into the blackened walls. A freshly bored tunnel extends deeper into the earth. An oddly shaped brazier sits near the center of the crater. Oh, okay, so it gets the enchanted brazier. Doesn't come in that encounter, then it comes in the next one. It's just mentioned twice. It's for an undead succubus. Ooh, an undead succubus. Is that still sexy? Like, I immediately see, like, Deadpool's vision of death, you know? Do you know what I mean? I've got a comic of it somewhere, but I've just literally packed up all my comics and everything, so I won't be able to find it and show you. But, like, when he fantasizes about death, he sees death as a sexy woman. Skeletal, but still sexy. An oddly shaped brazier sits at the center of the crater. Plumes of chicken gas rise from its bowl. The floor of the crater is 20 feet down from the rim. PCs with artisan blacksmithing background recognize that the brazier's metalwork originates from the fire giant's forges. Okay, so we've got the enchanted brazier here then. I guess all of the second encounter is going to be getting to the bottom of the... Definitely not still sexy. She's puppeting some dead dude's body, basically. And he's been dead for a while. I think he could still rock it. Does she still think she's sexy? Or they are sexy, rather? We'll go for a trans succubus, why not? That sounds great. So, let's see. We've got, blacksmithing. They can tell us from the fire giant's forges if anyone's done blacksmithing. Maybe that could be on an investigation check as well. PCs can disarm the brazier with a DC 13 intelligence. That's what I was looking for. Disarm DC 13 int. And then DC 15 dex. Success ends the gas effect. If the PC succeeds on the checks, read the following. Your close examination of the brazier suggests superior metalwork combined with complex mechanisms and magic. A damaged impress on the bottom evokes the number 14. Ooh. A thorough examination of the crater in combination with a DC 13 perception check reveals a large piece of metal embedded into the crater wall. Though warped by heat, a clear imprint of a fiendish wolf's head surrounded by flames is visible on the surface metal of the wall. Succubi and incubi are inherently trans since they can switch back and forth, I suppose. Do you know what? I learn something new every day. I thought that incubi were male and succubi were female. Every day is a school day. I didn't realize they could just change at will. That's fucking awesome. I might have a new favorite monster. Again, sorry you guys for the lack of green screen and mess today. I am mid-move. So, you know, you just get to see a bit more of my empty house. All that's left really is some boxes, the sofa, and my Star Wars figures. That's why they have one succubus incubus stat block. You see? So, DC 13 perception sees metal. DC 15 int reveals a hellhound. Not actually a hellhound, but the metal is a hellhound thing. Am I moving? Yes, I'm moving. Unfortunately, going full time, I don't make as much money as I would do in engineering. So we are giving up our house and a few other privileges. We're going to move in with Alice's parents for a little while. Just that way, streaming will become profitable if I'm living with Alice's parents for a little while, and I can focus on trying to clear some of them debts that have been hanging over me, and you know, crack on. Going full-time streamer though, yeah, I used to do, I was a factory engineer. I would work on machines, making them faster, more efficient, making them work when they're broken. I literally handed in my notice today. I've actually been off ill because it actually made me quite depressed. So there's that. Turns out that engineering, fun as it is at school, when you get into corporate world and everyone cares about money, it just kind of sucks. But... oh well. So, that's that stuff. Next up is Area 3, the tunnel. The tunnel. Is there a map with this one? I guess there is, yeah. Oh, so we're going to find the... okay. I do hate the way that does that. I think maybe it's just... can I open this in Chrome instead? Because maybe it's just Internet Explorer that does that. Look how much better that is. There's no need for all that crazy loading time. Internet Explorer. Just the worst. There we go. Oops. There we go. And that doesn't... like, an Internet Explorer, just scrolling up and down just ruins it. That's good for you? Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I haven't been looking. Congratulations, and I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm on some antidepressants and stuff, and I'm getting better. I can talk about it on stream now, so I'm already feeling a bit better about it because I'm willing to share. I work for MEP engineering company, design HVAC, electrical and plumbing infrastructure for buildings. Very nice. Oh, thank you for the biddies. Why would you use Internet Explorer? It's so bad. For some reason, PDFs, when I select PDFs through the Windows key, it just takes me straight onto Internet Explorer. I use Chrome for everything, but whenever I open a PDF from the Windows key, it takes me straight into Internet Explorer, and I hate it. So, Area 3 is the tunnel. I should probably put a title of the crater above that so I remember. And this is the tunnel. The tunnel slopes... I know, it's terrible. Though, to be fair, I did hear this statistic. Internet Explorer is the #1 internet service provider. Not internet service provider, what is it? iOS? Something like that. iOS? Something like that. It's the #1 internet operating system for selecting other internet operating systems. Browser, yeah, the #1 browser for selecting other browsers. Thank you, Israel. So, the tunnel slopes slightly downwards for 30 feet before ending abruptly. Intense heat that makes the walls smoke and exposed roots snap as they slowly burn. Shards of red-hot metal protrude from the ceiling and floor, and at the end of the tunnel is a pit roughly 12 feet in diameter. Inside the pit, a large metal ball has come to rest. The sides of the ball are contorted by the impact. The interior of the projectile is exposed. The tunnel presents a hazard to any PC attempting to traverse it. The heated metal in the ceiling falls randomly and burns those who pass underneath. Passing safely between the entry and the pit requires a DC 14 acrobatics check. DC 14 acrobatics. Not athletics. Fail is a DC 14 Dex save or 2d6 plus 2 fire damage. Nice. Successful saving throw results in half damage. I'll just put over 2 there so that I know. Yeah, everyone is jumping overboard and grabbing better browsers. Well, why wouldn't you? The projectile's contents can be seen from the edge of the pit. The projectile is dangerously hot, and climbing atop it is a foolish notion. Inside the hollow metal ball are remains of several large beasts. Their charged skulls and limbs suggest a canine shape. The unfortunate passengers have all perished. The remains belong to 6 hellhounds, launched inside the ball by a nearby fire giant stronghold. The giant's experiment with a living payload has proven unsuccessful. Eventually, and likely just as the party discovers the metal ball at the end of the tunnel, a fire giant scout and her hellhound companion arrive at the scene. The giant's duty is to investigate whether any of the hellhounds survived. The giant is happy to engage the PCs in combat. The general tactics of the monstrous pair are as follows. The hellhound engages in melee, while the giant stays back and hurls boulders. So that is definitely encounter 5. So first of all, we've got to get there. Then we've got investigating the ball. That makes sense to me. I'll understand that we can check thing out. Oh, wait for my takeaway to be here. Oh, yeah, it's like a time of the day that I can actually get takeaway if I wanted to get takeaway. I'm not going to, because I'm going out. This weekend is me and Alice's 1-year anniversary of being married. So we're going to go out and we're going to go for a meal. So I'm saving my money for that. Because like I said, I'm trying to be extra sensible with my money at the minute. I've been an idiot for a few years, so I'm just trying to better myself. Yeah, we're going to go out for a nice meal. It'll be cool. So, and the last encounter is Fire Giant plus Hell Hound. Let's see what their tips are thing. The Hell Hound engages in melee while the Giant stays back and hurls boulders. The Giant is content throwing boulders until she is forced into melee. Both enemies attempt to push the PC standing near the rim into the crater if possible. Cool. So we need a Fire Giant. And we also need a Hellhound, both of which should be SRD. Yeah. So that's it. Now they're in. That's done. I also need to create my PCs some character sheets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's plenty. Who doesn't need a Hellhound, really? I want a Hellhound, but the invisible type from Supernatural. Just for that double whammy effect. There we go. So now they've got some character sheets. When I share this with them, they can go and do that. They've got an hour and a half. That's plenty of time, I'm sure. They'll be fine. Hee. Fire Giant plus a Hellhound, and the Giant carries a level satchel with some supplies for an overnight stay in the wild. She wears a masterfully crafted steel gauntlet, embellished with rubies. Okay, so steel gauntlet. Steel plus ruby gauntlet. Worth 125 gold pieces. Not that they're going to be particularly interested in that, but there you go. And then that will lead on to the next time where they'll have to go and encounter things. So I'll wrap up with a who knows what evils are going on in this place, and just wrap it up in that sort of sense, you know. So that makes sense for our encounters, and that also makes sense for our favorite thing there. So the next thing we need to do is I'm going to go and stop the Nightbot music as soon as I find the Nightbot music. So now I'm stopping the Nightbot music so we can set up some music in here. So first thing we're going to do, and this is where I go on to the other things, I thoroughly recommend tabletopaudio.com, which I'll link in chat there, and also in Compotech, which I'm sure I will get to very shortly. They're very worth supporting. If you throw support my way, consider throwing support their way as well, because I use a lot of their music. Anyway, now we want something foresty, perhaps Forest Night. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to use for the fireball spells. I'm fairly sure there is a fireball like spell thing in one of these. How does that sound? Bit too lava-y, bit too lava. Don't want Winter Woods really. Abandoned Theraclus, yeah, okay, I need that for another thing. Forest Night. Love Incompetech, I know, right, Pixel? It's great. It's full of good stuff. There's a lot of birds in this. Too many. I need it to be still. What mountain pass? That could work. Not sure about the footsteps. Goblin cave, possibly for the. No, too wet. Catacombs maybe for the tunnel. Too creepy. I am a difficult customer to please, you know. In the shadows, maybe? Just looking for something background music, you know? Nope. Again, too wet. Too wet again. The inner core is not going to be any good. Derelict freighter, probably not. Swampland, maybe for the forest. Nope. Woodland campsite, potentially. You know, that actually could work for the beginning of the camp. It sets the scene of the you know, being in town. They'll want to ask some questions and all that sort of thing. So we can get away with that. That'll work. Ice cavern. Does have a distinctly cold feel to it. Found the stream a while ago for another streamer. What's happening right now? Oh, hi, Michael Stead. We are preparing a one-shot that will be running in an hour and a half. So I do a lot of D&D tabletop roleplay games, and it's twofold. Part of it is preparing the games, and the other part is running the games. This is the prep stream. We'll probably be looking to do about another half an hour to get this done. Then I'm going to go and grab some food. We'll be back at 4 PM EST to do the game. So you can compare the prep to the game. That is distinctly cold, that music though, isn't it? Distinctly cold. Sleeping Dragon. That is a distinct snore though. I was hoping for more of like a steam sort of like thing. I don't think you could mistake that for the creak of hot metal. Not really. Lost Mine could be a good let's throw it in. That works. I almost want there to just be one called like steaming crater, you know? I'd be all over that. Oh, this will definitely work, and it means I need less music, because usually I layer my music up, so I'll need less of that today. I'm not going to use, like, usually I put a lot of horror things in the background, like low notes that just repeat on things and increase that sort of thing. I'm not going to bother with that today. How does that sound? Very watery again. All of the... It seems nature is very water. So tabletop audio can be used in streams. Yeah, this is royalty-free music. They are supported by this donate button up here, just off screen for you guys. It's fantastic. It really is. Dungeon 1. Oh, say! That's not bad. And until the music's light up. Wonder what abandoned fair sounds like. Hear me out. If it's got like creaking metal. You're very welcome, Psychotic Monk. This and Incomputech, both very good resources for streaming. Oh, hey, Bag of Snails, how you doing? I need this for something else. I don't think it's quite right. I was right though, a lot of creaking metal. Well, as you can see, we no longer have green screen. Unfortunately, we also have reduced lighting. My lighting is now down to just 2 lamps, so I'm a little bit... I managed to tweak the settings so I still look human. We're very much in flux at the minute. We've got tonight's stream, the one after this one, and we've got 2 more streams on Monday and Tuesday next week. And then those are both finales, Shadows in the Mist and Wizards and Wardrobes. And then we've got a 2-week break where I will be moving first and foremost, and also going to visit Tool School in Florida. So yeah, for the next few streams, my stream quality isn't going to look so great, unfortunately. But you know, we'll get there. What's Graveyard sound like? Sort of rainy. We could have it rain. Needs to be more hissing though. Hey, Letter Crows, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I'm kind of feeling it. Is this just an ambience track? Or is it ambience and minimal music? Let's wait and hear what that music's like. Okay, so the rain's getting heavier. And people are screaming in the night. It was so close. It was so close, y'all. Let's just sort that. So we're just looking at... Oh, you can't look at just ambience. Again. Bubbling lava, not what I'm after. The voices and stuff really ruin a lot of tabletop audio tracks for me. No, not to be notched though, you can still use them as background music. Sometimes when you layer music effectively, it becomes unnoticeable. I do that a lot. Sometimes you can just worry about it too much, like that one thing. Medieval battle, that's not really what we're about right now. The Age of Steam, maybe that'll have some steam in it. Waits for horn. Dinotopia, maybe? Dark and Stormy might work. That's the thing, I could just go with rain. Just, you know, just fuck it, it's raining. It covers everything. Oops. Just punched the book. Sorry about that, guys. Covers everything, you know. It fairly solid. Yeah, we'll do that. What was that called again? Dark and Stormy. So, next up, there are some other things that I want. Before we go over to Incomputech, we're going to pop into Battle Bards quickly, because what I want is I want my meteor sound. There it is. So loud. Sorry. I forget that when I use the preview in this, it goes super loud. I've actually got my sound turned right down. Sorry, headphones. Sorry, you guys. That's why you tune in, right? Right? Sorry. My bad. Okay. Oh, whoops. So let's head over to Incomputech. So what we've got now is we've got some nice rainy music, which we'll use probably in the crater. Would the rain clear some of the mist? We'll have to use the rain afterwards, I think. Which means I just need some wind for a second, you know, just like... I wonder if desert winds would work. It'll be good enough for background. It'll be good enough. As soon as I can find it. Desert winds, there we go. That was a genuinely exciting moment. Phil Scott's Evil Master Plan is in full swing. Teehee. Whoops. So let's head over to Incomputech. And again, I'll put that link in chat for you guys. Both sites that I very much recommend supporting. It's just the good stuff. So let's see. What do we want? Something perhaps a little bit eerie. Something a little bit dark. Not too aggressive, not too much action just yet. Maybe a little relaxed. What is relaxed about this? let's get rid of relax. That's not working out for us. Let's try mysterious instead. Okay, we've only got 1 million to look through. That's going to be really loud again, isn't it? I'll tell you what I'll do. Just for now. Recommend Ghost Story and Quinn's Song. I've not got those yet, but I'll have a look at those in a second. That's not working for me. Spellbound could work, but it's electronica, so probably not. Ooh. Okay, so that's not too bad. Hey Nogabert, welcome. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Intrepid. Sort of feels like when the fight's over, you know? It's not a fanfare, but it is definitely something. Hints at more to come. If I can type, you can see my fat fingers flying all over the place. Alright, spellbound, straight. Nope. I do quite like the tension in that. That could go with our fireplace scene, I think. I have chaos, there we go. In town. In camp. Nah, that's too much. Too much again. Penumbra. I'm thinking in the cave. I'm thinking in the cave. That'll work. Maybe even in the crater too. Ooh, oppressive gloom. What's that? Ice demon. It definitely feels cold. Okay. We want some action music. I want something aggressive, maybe a little bit epic. I recognize a lot of these. Oh, did I break it? Done balked it. Not aggressive enough. Ooh. I don't know what the African themes are there. I was expecting a lot more. Black Vortex. I've got a feeling that's the sort of thing. Yeah, no, that's the one I use for Final Fantasy VII. Piece that's very big, around 146. Possible. No. No. Ooh. I know that music from somewhere. Will this loop well? Listen to that last 10 seconds. No, that's not going to loop very well at all. How annoying. That works. That'll probably be imperceptible though in the thing. So I'm going to go with 5 armies for that bit. Now let's check out the ones that you guys recommended as well. So let's go for Ghost something, Ghost Story. That could be good for In the Mist actually. What's it like for looping? Not the best, but it's pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with that. You can use that In the Mist, and do you know what? I think there's going to be a lot of downtime in that one as well. So the other thing we're going to do is we'll just use a very low note to just play in the background on top of that one. And what was the other one? It was called Quinn's something. Quinn's song. Oh, there's a lot of Quinn songs. The dance begins. That could be maybe from Chopin. No. Anyway, I think we've got everything we need. So let's just work on layering these up a little bit, shall we? Let's work on layering these up. So first of all, we've got the woodland campsite, and we can do that with... Oh, yeah, mixer. So we've got the woodland campsite, and we can mix that up with the in-town thing. That works. Then we get out into the forest. We've got maybe not dark and stormy just yet, but we will have some desert winds going on, with maybe a little bit of penumbra and or ghost story. That'll be in the crater, I think. Let's try ghost story. See you there, Bugsnails. We're going to be wrapping up here soon anyway. And then during that we have the fireball spell. That works. Possibly. I might drop the ghost story. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, then we get into the actual crater itself. No, then they get to the rim, and then it is very much probably maybe not ghost story, maybe that one with a mist. See that? Might not need the very low note actually after all. They disband the brazier. Brazier or brazier? Brazier, because brazier is something very different. Anyway, they disarm that, and then they go into the cave. In the cave, we could just play that while they find things. That's absolutely fine. This just stands alone. And on their way out, it is beginning to rain. The mists have cleared, and when it begins to rain, they encounter BBEG, the fire giant, and her thing. Feel it, Pixel. It's really annoying. I've done it live before as well, where I've said oh, and there's a brazier on the thing, and everyone goes, there's a what? Have I broken it? I'd given the old Roll20 refresh. It seems to have borked. But you're not playing Dark and Stormy. Now you're playing Dark and Stormy. There's our final fight. Love it. Okay, you guys. That's pretty much me done. Let's go to cam only. That's me done. I will I'll be prepping that. Well, that's prepped now. That's ready for our stream. I'm gonna go and give the players something so that they can actually make characters, because I'm not actually giving them anything yet. Let's go and find someone to give a little raidy-roo in the meantime, shall we? Who have we got live? We've got Rachel live. That'll do nicely. I've really enjoyed recently Rachel's stream. It's something that I've been spending a lot of time in, and I would like to share that with you guys. So let's get over there and give her a raid. She's currently playing The Witcher. We'll be back here in an hour to play this game. So I look forward to seeing you all then. But in the meantime, keep on evoking emotions. Make sure we take the hype with us when we get in chat. Always hype out the chat. And I hope you've enjoyed my little prep stream. Like I say, always I stick with the main thing. I'm packing the book that you can't see. 5 encounters, half an hour each. Try and think in that terms for a 3-hour stream. Keep evoking emotions, and I'll catch you in an hour. Bye!